We shall all go. Thank you for these tools.
Thank you for these seeds. Thank you for this soil.
Thank you for this water.
Thank you for this harvest.
Thank you for this land.
Thank you for this sun. Thank you for this sun.
Thank you for this sun. Thank you for this sun. This healing, this healing, this healing sun. This healing, this healing, this healing sun.
Thank you for these hands. Thank you for these hands.
Thank you for these hands. Thank you for these hands. These healing, these healing, these healing hands. These healing, these healing, these healing hands.
Thank you for this land. Thank you for this land.
Thank you for this land. Thank you for this land. This healing, this healing, this healing land. This healing, this healing, this healing land.
Tell me about the water crisis here at the garden.
Yes, in the community garden, the water that was coming off our neighbor's roof line has stopped flowing because it's clogged up. We had ran out of water in both gardens in the beginning of July, the end of June. And we asked the city to come fill up both of our rain barrels. They're 550 gallons each, which is 1,100 gallons of water. Unfortunately, the contractor who was going to bring in the water was running a month and a half behind. So, thanks to prayer, God told us to go to the fire department, who was happy to come bring their fire truck to fill up both of our rain barrels. We are now at the point where we need to get another fill up, and the city says right now that they will come fill up our water barrels, both of them. But it's almost the end of August, and we just need enough water to get through October at the end of the growing season.
Follow me, follow me,
Those individuals who desire to become farmers live very good, wholesome lives. Someone, somewhere, will enjoy the fruits of your labor. To be a successful farmer, one must have a true heart and loving spirit. Sometimes things will not go as you have planned. One must prepare for the unexpected at all times. Good times and bad times. Good years and bad years. My grandfather once told me, never go to the field or into the woods by yourself. Whether you farm for a lifetime or for 3 years, remember, the land will always take care of you as long as you take care of it and pass it on.
Coming over me, restless spirit, anyone who lost its feet. Restless spirit, no one be coming over feeding you. No one be you lost your feet. You're enough, talking, hugging, no teeth. You are close, looking for the beat. Whose hand is
by force and by choice. Black people have long, deep connections to American farmland. After the fall of slavery, owning a piece of land that could be worked and farmed symbolized freedom.
During Reconstruction, Black folks saved their money, they worked together as a family, as a cooperative, and they bought land that allowed Black families to build communities up to 16 million acres.
Four.
Oh my love, abomination. Oh my love, abomination.
7.
Follow me, follow me, follow me, you. Follow me, follow me, follow me, follow me. Follow me, follow me, follow me. Follow me, follow me, follow me. You wanna. I beg, who are you? Who am I? Who am I?
Farming freedom now. Paranoid whites on green land. Labor against time. 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 Memory. I remember I used to sit under a branch just like this one. But that was when we were both alive. I worked in the fields since I was 8 years old. I remember my mama, she would go to work every day from 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. but only get $1 for her labor. But we planted corn and cotton, tobacco. And those corn shucking contests, could nobody beat me. I got so good. I would shuck and shuck and shuck and shuck and shuck 300 to 400 pounds. Lavender. Can you do that? But yeah, we were paying Mr. Johnson with our forced labor just to have a piece of land. Maybe one day in the future, I'll own my own land. And I can sit under a tree, just like the one on Mr. Johnson's land. Swing. Go. Hey. 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 Come on. Hey. 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 Here we go. Yep. Shh. 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 Yep. Hey. Here we go. Hey. Hey. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Mary, I remember at the cookout, my daddy taught me how to cook corn on the cob. First, we would wash the corn and season the corn. We would wash the corn and season the corn. We would wash the corn and season the corn. And then we will put it on the grill. Then he'd add a little butter for taste. Then I got my first holding it in my hands. But the corn bit stuck in her face. But you know what they say? You gotta eat corn like it's a rib. Down to the bone. No kernel left.
And even now is a fight for survival. Black farmers have faced discrimination for centuries, and today there's fewer than 49,000 of them in the U.S. That's less than the entire student body of the University of Texas.
We have to fight for the land, fight for the equipment.
Black farmers lost 80% of their land between between 1910 and 2007, in large part because of systemic racial discrimination. Folks are starting to realize that we don't actually have a future of farming, and must we include all of the various ethnicities and races in this nation? But in Canada, there was a lot about the history of Black farmers in the U.S., in part because her grandmother was a farmer. A lot of people don't know that the 12.5 million Africans who were kidnapped from their home were mostly rounded up because they were expert agriculturalists. Even after the Civil War ended, the government never delivered on its promise of reparations. It said it would give free people a plot no larger than 40 acres and a mule. It didn't. Despite the fact that the promise never happened, we did manage to save enough money to purchase 16 million acres of land in 1910. Black farming began to peak in 1920, when nearly 1 million black farmers worked the land. Many black families across the South were sharecroppers. That meant they'd rent and farm small plots of land, and then the landowner would receive part of the crop. But high interest rates and unpredictable harvests often left sharecroppers, like John Doe Jr.'s grandfather, indebted to landowners. John is a fourth-generation farmer and the founder of the National Black Farmers Association. His family story is one with a landscape fertilized by black labor. He is part of the 1.4% of black people who make up the country's 3.4 million farmers. The U.S. government has restricted the success of black farmers, and John has become a driver in the fight for equity.
The U.S. legal rights plantations were where they treated black farmers. We've been degraded, humiliated.
For decades, the U.S. Department of Agriculture systematically favored white farmers by denying loans to black farmers. Like his grandfather, John found himself financially struggling to keep his farm. He went to the USDA for aid, and the intense confrontation with the USDA loan officer nearly ended in a physical fight.
The farm operating on the USDA government officer is down. I just lost it. I know he wanted to his ass. He said, "You don't want to have to talk to me. You're never going to be in this county."
The Department of Agriculture offers the last resort for farmers who they don't qualify for loans from other sources. And discrimination was widespread at its local branches, which were largely run by all white county committees.
Without the application that we have in the section of law, the plan could be
Lester Bonner is a 74-year-old farmer from an agricultural family, and his fight with the USDA started in 1983. The land Bonner and his family tilled for 18 years. But the government didn't make that easy.
we said we got to do it. A couple of days ago, we come out with the first we're right now, so.
Throughout the 1990s, it took an average of 60 days for white farmers to get their loan applications processed. But for black farmers, it took 220 days. Stories of unfair lending practices were so common with black farmers that a group of them, including John Doe Jr., banded together. Their fight led John and 400 others to sue the government in a class action lawsuit known as Pickford versus Flickman.
Known as Pickford versus Flickman. Known as Pickford versus Flickman. Known as Pickford versus Flickman. Known as Pickford versus Flickman.
Known as Pickford versus Flickman. Known as Pickford versus Flickman. Known as Pickford versus Flickman. Known as Pickford versus Flickman. Known as Pickford versus Flickman.
We also recognize that, for instance, that there are political dynamics, in other areas. So we talked about the whole pantry pipeline and the farmers markets. The farmers markets, there are class and gender issues, in the farmers markets. There's some political dynamics. I know when, 2018, I started a farmers market on the 17th in Mount Vernon. And I was told very firmly by the market managers in Columbus, were white women, that was not my time to start a market. It was not on their schedule to have a market in King Lincoln.
Wow.
And I should wait. And it was me and two tomatoes when I did.
What is that? Oh. Comes and crops. Wait.
This can be so fun. Today, you're done. My eyes like the dust that hide below of the road. What good am I having only known this bitter earth? What a brutal thing. What good is love that no one shares? What good is love that no one shares? Yes, it can be something. The way you're young, too soon for.
that no one shares. What good is love that no one shares?
Impact because when we had a church care group ministry, and we were assigned to do things in the community, go out and find a ministry, we go out to the community and do something. So that group started in 2003, and we did lots of different things. By 2009, my husband, the one who did not want a garden, said to the group, why don't we start a garden? Another one. No. Been there, done that with you. But he persuaded all the other members of our care group that this is a wonderful thing. So they went out scouting around the neighborhood, and they found some land that we could lease from the city of Columbus for, I think it was $10. So everybody kicked in $50. And we got the land lease, and next to the land we leased for the city was another vacant lot that was owned by a homeowner on the block who graciously said, hey, you can use my lot too. So we had double lot. And he says, just stay 20 feet away from the property line on the west side to respect our neighbor, but you can use the rest of it. So what we did was garden mostly on the city's lot, and then use his lot for community events.
My first memory of home would probably be at my aunt's house. Auntie Harry. She always had a meal with all the food. I know my Auntie Tracy also loved corn. Auntie Tracy always had a protein with rice and corn.
I see you. Keep going. All right now.
Maybe. Let it rain.
Auntie Tracy.
Here we go.
Auntie Tracy's go-to meal was chicken, rice, and corn, steak, rice, and corn. Chicken, rice, and corn, steak, rice, and corn. Chicken, rice, corn, steak, rice, and corn.
Hey!
She was known for these meals. It used to be a running joke that her meal was this. I can't really remember my first piece of corn. It's funny because those are not really live corn. Our bodies don't really process it all that well.
Hey! What we going today, y'all?
Some apples.
Ooh, tomato. Hey! How long we got rain? Here we go.
And that's because I have ownership. I've never had my own anything. When it's your own, ain't nobody going to let your own shit. That was like Sophia, my arms are so tired, I keep going. Because I'm on this. And I purpose. You don't get tired when you know. You know. And when I realized it wasn't just awakening and knowing nothing, it was to give it back. So that gets me up on my composting. And when I realized I'm just like a homesteader.
spot. Rock, baby. Oh. See, drive. Let me get over there. Yeah. Where was that spot? Right there. You got it.
Here we go. Ah! Again. Ah! Hey! 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 Oh, hey! Hey! Ah! Hey! Hey! Ah! Woo! Nourishment. Hey! Ah! From healing. Ah! Hey! Hey! Ah! Hey! 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 Let's ah! Hey!
Dr. Mary. Slide that one down. I'm not doing that one. Thank you. Bless us. Thank you.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right, good evening, everyone. Good evening. We are so pleased that you are here tonight. You braved the snow to watch this beautiful performance. Can we give them one more round of applause? My name is Mary Rodriguez. I'm an associate professor of community leadership in the College of Food, Agriculture, and Environmental Sciences. It is my absolute pleasure to host a conversation with you tonight as well. As we begin, we would love to hear from you, the audience, about what this dance meant to you. So as these folks, these beautiful artists are catching their breath, please tell us what you felt tonight throughout this performance. What did this performance bring to you? Gabrielle, thank you.
Oh, wow, very good.
I know your name. You're getting called out.
Hey!
That was dope.
Thank you.
Over having this weekend, and it was nice to come back to myself in this moment, and to experience you all and to watch the evolution of you in this amazing event. You know, I'm floored. I didn't have any words because I'm still digesting.
We're still digesting. That's all right.
It brought me back to myself, back into my body. It's great.
Thank you. Others, what emotions? It can be a word. It can be a few moments. Yes, thank you.
Wonderful energy, awesome performance. It just gave great insight into the Black experience as it relates to farming and those things that we went through as a culture, as people, and it was just so inspiring to see you guys perform. A great performance. I drove 8 hours to get here.
Y'all Kiki Danny, everybody.
Family support is always really important. These stories bring out a lot of emotions. What other emotions? What other feelings? Yes.
That was just a story. It was history. Like I said, it was our story, our struggle, and where we are now. Even now in the present, how we still struggle with this equality, with racial and with the diversity and all that. So it was really good. Great energy. I enjoyed the conversation.
Thank you.
Yes.
I felt sadness because of how much I don't know about history, just other people's history. Just thinking of like the things that were important growing up, like that you learned in school, and how so many voices that are not part, like histories that aren't being told. And I just really felt that, felt tears a lot of times because that hasn't really changed, and it's even it's becoming worse. So yeah.
Thank you for sharing that. Yes.
I'm a musician and I'm a technologist and a new farmer. We were at OFA and I had taken a trip last year to South Africa and got a crazy land connection, and then I came back and started to do the farming. And so I think that for me, like the performance was, when I was telling people like I'm really into this, I can't articulate that, but what y'all was able to capture and dance, the spirit of it, I'm like, that's how I feel. Putting all of those things together was amazing. So thank you.
Thank you. Yes, here and then here. Yes.
Yeah, I really loved how you incorporated the meditative sounds, like the hydrants, and in the beginning the crickets, and just like the outdoors that we don't really get enough of in the urban environment that we live in, a lot of us.
Beautiful. I think there was a comment here somewhere, yes, and we'll come here, yes.
I love how this displayed like the nuances that are within Black culture and how resilient we are. Even like in the beginning when Kitty was telling like the story of being a child and basically child labor, but they made a game of it and who could shuck the most corn. It shows how we're able to take nothing and make it into something, where even when there was a moment where there was a drought and all the crops were gone and there was a moment of like, oh man, like everything is gone, but then it's like immediately we gotta get back to work and call for more rain. So it's like, as Black people, no matter what we go through, we still have hope and we still fight through it, and we just find the joy in everything.
For me, I was instantly like thankful and gratitude. I come from, my mom is from a small town in Arkansas called Happy Bay, Arkansas. And it was actually created because it was a town, because back in the day, your land could be taken away from you as a Black person at any point in time, unless your land was considered to be a town. In order for it to be considered to be a town, you needed a church and you needed a school. My family can trace it. We started, when slavery ended, they had a wagon train from South Carolina to Arkansas, and my great-great-great-grandmother gave the land, put up the money so that the 7 sisters could all have land, and they all married. He created a town, which was basically like a compound, and they all had skills. So one was like a farming and all this other stuff, and that land still exists today. And I am seeing like the struggles that the farmers went through, like trying to get money through, loans and stuff. My family never had to go through that because we all had each other. They still never had to go through that because still to this day, all the 7 sisters, their lineage still own the land and they still lean on each other.
I just want to say, I feel like a bit of a loss for words, like a stellar performance, like phenomenal, 10s.
Across the board.
And, there was a great point about the performance that I wanted to really like consider in the Black experience of how many different ways that we show up and perform, and the way that this story has only been told through performance art, like the way that this was conveyed, like in so many layers, it's so completely nuanced, but it was so completely necessary. And I feel also a sense of like maybe sadness that I don't know if I know my own story enough. And it leads me to just want to do more research about what my family's story looked like in their relationships to agriculture growing up and being like raised in urban environments. Like I didn't have as much of a relationship or connection to land as maybe I need to. So thank you all for just sharing that, for your vulnerability and just putting all of your body, your soul into it. There's like a true synergy between all of y'all that was just immaculate to me. So thank you.
Thank you.
First of all, hi, it's so good to see you.
Hey.
But it was first of all beautiful work. Oh my gosh. It felt like the word memory really stuck with me because in 2020, we were all stuck at home, and a lot of us picked up like gardening and like in our backyard. And one day, me and my family, we just went and we built like this little garden. We painted the outside, and I could hear like the music and the sun and everything else, and I felt like so good, like so connected with myself. And I was just like, and I never connected the dots, but just now I just connected the dots. So like that was the embodied knowledge that I didn't know I had. You know what I mean? It was so well rounded, like just keeping the good energy, the singing through the hard times, the moving through the hard times, the grooming through the hard times with your family and the people you know that you love. And I don't know, it just for me, it was just like this. Like,
Yes.
Hello, this is my granddaughter, Kara.
Hey, Kara.
And she is in her first year of dance. And so when Kiara told us about this, I wanted to expose her to this, and it was spectacular. And I can only imagine the impression that has been placed upon this 4-year-old as she embarks on her experience of dance and the history and the story that you express through the arts. Ken, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I think there was a comment here. Yes.
So we're just fighting. We both want to. Right. Okay, so the word that came to my mind was connection, and I feel like I saw so many. I feel like there's this connection with like I don't know who you are, Katie, but I feel like you're like an ancestor.
Yeah.
Like an ancestor vibe who's like always there, right? And I'll definitely have a greater appreciation when this next harvest season, when, you know, just thinking of, I'm not just making my garden, like for me, like I'm continuing something, you know, and when I plant my okra seeds, like where did my okra actually come from?
Okay.
Show up. And so, you know, whose hands did it, you know, did it actually go through, did it actually touch? And it's so wild because one of my favorite memories has to do with corn, like that's crazy. And I remember being at my great grandma's house, we called her lesbian. In Missouri, and my fondest memory, I tell them about it all the time, was going outside and the kids are playing. She would make a big breakfast and then you hold on until dinner, you snack. Figure it out. And we would go out into the garden and we would eat, you know, sweet peas or whatever, but corn, fresh off the cob, you don't cook it, it's still warm and it's so sweet. And it just brings something back. So it's just, it's the connection.
Yeah.
So thank you. Oh, we've got one more. Oh, yes, please. That's wonderful. Some of the words that came out in the discussion that we've had tonight, I heard connection and resilience, history, memory, strength, sadness, joy. These words are all emotive things that come out when we see incredible performances like this that are meant to tell a story. It's okay not to know your own history, but now you go walking forth looking for that history. It's wonderful to make those connections that you didn't have before because now you take that with you. These impressions are things that these artists have put together so that we can carry these moments with us. This piece strives to bring together the physicality of the body as it moves. We engage, as it moves with the way that we engage with the earth, the complexity of the history and reality of Black bodies in agriculture, and the movement to encourage food sovereignty for BIPOC, Black, Indigenous people of color around this, in this nation. It strives to bring together, in this dance, you saw multiple examples of how Orlando and Ricarrdo and our fellow dancers are pushing against the conventions of dance while narrating the Black farming experience, bringing dance together with farming together. Orlando and Ricarrdo, I have a question for you, but I think I see a comment up here first, and we'll come back. Yes, please.
I just have to say, 3 years ago, Richard's cousin from New Jersey called and said, one of my dearest friends are moving to Columbus. They're going to be going to Ohio State to study dance and agriculture. We go, what? What kind of combination is that? But it was all God's plan, you know, because we have been blessed as a community to have them here in Columbus. They connected with us. They connected with our garden. They spread their wings. They met everybody. I'm saying, you're here, they're there. They had 1,000 people in the first 30 days. But what a blessing. The seeds that they have planted to elevate the experience of Black people and the land and how we are connected to the land. And by the grace of God, have been fed from that land.
the seeds that they planted in each of you tonight, you're here for a reason. And that seed is for you to make grow larger in the community. That little 4-year-old baby, this was my 4-year-old baby 30-odd years ago. I saw Tony West and Aziza West perform and started to dance, and she's been dancing ever since. Blessed to study with them, blessed to study with Susan Bradford Clinton, blessed to go to Senegal and Gambia this past December for her first connection with the African continent. Blessed to have experienced us working as a community on the Near East Side, to start a garden there and keep it going, God only knows how, for 15 years. From a husband who grew up in North Philadelphia and Germantown, Philadelphia, with no front yard and a postage stamp backyard, who, when we bought our home here, I said, well, I grew up in the suburbs, we were used to gardening. We had a garden in the backyard. He said, what? He turned the ground over for me the one time, and that was it. So when, 20, 30 years later, when he says to my care group, let's start a garden, I'm saying, you're not the one. But God saw fit for him to be named the 2022 Gardener of the Year.
Come on.
Received one of the 614 beautiful grants from the city of Columbus for 2023.
Hey.
God saw fit for us to have the fire department come fill up our water cisterns when it was a hot, blazing summer and there was no water and no rain, and we had no access to water. Okay, so God can make anything happen. He's doing a new thing. He's connecting us back to our roots in the earth, helping us to heal our bodies, our minds, and our spirits. This is no small thing. This is a great thing.
Thank you.
So let that seed grow in you, and let you spread that seed to your neighbor, to your coworker, to people you meet along the way.
Thank you.
Because we can do better than what we've been doing. All of us.
Yes.
And we're all family. All of us are family.
Thanks, Mom.
I am grateful tonight, because as I look at the 6 dancers, I'm getting 2 new dancers who will be dancing in our garden this year.
Yes.
The other ones have already danced, but I know Brother Harry comes. We have applied for grants this year. One of the grants that we applied for is to get in city tap water, so that we can be more efficient in our growing, so that we can feed more people. Also, God has blessed us this year, because besides being the great students, great dancers, they also have agreed to take over our running of our garden. And me and my wife age out. We ain't going anywhere for a little while, but it is being turned over to them. So they do more than just be students and dancers and full time. They are actually growers and farmers, and they will be calling the shine this year.
Thank y'all very much for sharing your story.
One last thing.
I've got to let them talk too, though. Okay.
You are all invited to Earth Day celebration in April in our garden. We got a lot of projects.
Thank you. Y'all connect with him after he's got some stories. All right. So Orlando and Ricardo, as you have heard from others, that you have brought this story very near and dear to many hearts tonight. Why was this so important for you to bring these concepts together of dance and agriculture and really challenge both sides of the coin in the performance that you gave tonight? Why was this such an important thing for you to do?
I think as someone who was born and raised in Brooklyn, New York, and always be surrounded by urban sounds and landscape, I really had a desire to find green spaces as an artist to really rejuvenate and to get back to the natural elements that were missing from childhood. And so we really sought out after different farms to do residencies and really think outside of the traditional box of where dance can be and live at. And so one of the most significant space was Soul Fire Farm in upstate New York, where we had a chance of being there for a week and really diving into the history and the contemporary narratives of what it means to be a Black farmer in the 21st century. And so as someone who lives with the autoimmune disease, I was really tapping into what are the herbs that could protect my body, my mind, my spirit as I go out and navigate into a society that is always terrorizing the Black body. And so, you know, as I think about my Caribbean ancestors who come from Nigeria, making their way all the way to Jamaica, you know, I think about how the Maroons had to always go back to green spaces to strategize with their community and then take on these white supremacist institutions and peoples. So I think now we are at a time where we are really looking at being landowners and really thinking about how can we build a community, a town, and really give back to the land and also be in community with other folks and feed our spirit, because these systems are wearing on our body. And as Black men, our heart space is really being attacked, and I want to live into my 90s. So the earth is where I'm interested in collaborating in.
Yeah, I want to speak to the technology.
Pick it up.
All of this is technology. When people think about technology, it's often this idea of the digital, right? And so for me, I've been really interested in the digital and organic interfacing, and knowing that the soil is a technology in and of itself. When you plant the seed, all of these systems are happening. It's an interconnected system. And so I'm interested in figuring out how these things, how these systems work together, and knowing that, you know, the digital space is made of the earth, right? The cords, the plastics, it's all coming from the earth. So in my experimentation, I'm like, well, what does it mean to touch soil and touch an apple? What does it mean for the apple to be just as electric as the digital interfacing? And so bringing these together really, I think, amplifies our, what they call it, sublunary experience.
That means under the moon, y'all. She got her math.
So yeah, and I think the dance also lives in this technological world too. As we heard, this is embodied knowledge. To know how to do the ekonkon is a technology of understanding planting to harvest, and bringing that into the digital space outside. If you get a chance to interact with the ekonkon instructional, you kind of see that, oh yeah, I can take this movement and remember what the steps are to grow my own food. So like you're saying, oh, I didn't even know, or I don't know where to start or how this information works. It's right there, right? So and you can embody it and continue to take it with you and share it with other folks. So, you know, that kind of going viral thing, I feel like this can do that.
All right, everyone. Well, we are so thankful for your presence here. Yes, I'm about to. Don't worry, I got you. As we leave the space today, please take a moment to engage with the installation outside that Orlando is referring to. And finally, as this dance is meant to honor the Black agricultural experience, we would love to welcome any BIPOC farmers and gardeners in the audience to please stand up or make a sign if you cannot stand up.
All right.
coming this evening. We hope that you carry your seed with you and you water it and you continue to learn more about the Black experience in farming. And thank you again to these amazing performers for the evening. Have a wonderful evening.
I know, I'm sorry. But I think this is also a point where we're talking about like things coming together. I don't know how many people know that the Black History Month, like, there's a theme, there's an official theme every year. And Asala sets the theme, Carter G. Woodson, go look it up. But it's actually African Americans in the arts. So I think it's just really, we need to carry that forward and like you said, let it go viral. So let this kind of
Oh,